We are very happy to present Humanoid Ethics in the Post-Humanistic Era, Perspective from Rogerian Science of Unitary Human Beings in this 32nd Sigma's International Nursing Research Virtual Congress. Joannes is a nursing simulation faculty at the Swedish Institute College of Health Sciences in Manhattan, New York, USA. He is a candidate for the degree of Doctor of Communication at the University of the Philippines Open University and a prospective student at the Johns Hopkins Whiting School of Engineering in the Space Systems Engineering Graduate Program. Rudolph is a full-time professor at San Beda University, College of Nursing, and the first consultant nursologist of the Philippine Children's Medical Center, and in Asia. Colleen is a full professor of nursing in the Department of Health Systems and Sustainability at MacEwan University in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. She is also a nursologist and a fellow in the Canadian Academy of Nursing since 2020.
Hello. I am the avatar of Joannes. I will be with you throughout the presentation. We use textual analysis to illuminate the present and lurking issues as they were captured by the terms human, humanoid, and ethical in the abstract. The fundamental inquiries about the human are tied to conservative stipulations, which are actually discourses about the being and their essence. These complicates and disrupts the views toward robotics. The humanoid is a robot resembling a being with AI or artificial intelligence. Their presence in many forms confirm their arising reality. No longer a science fiction. The advancement of the human society and healthcare is seen in humanoid robot technology. The ethical are more of the concern that were addressed in the literature, but the literature may not fully address any further concern using the current approach of looking into an ethical resolve, specifically in the post-humanistic era. The proposed approach, denoted as RSUHB, asserts the appreciation and evolution of the human within through technology. Although RSUHB is human-centric, the philosophical rumination is set forth by new perspectives about ethics inclusive of how nursing scholars and key stakeholders draw out a reference in order to discourse the resolve of problems, a frame of ideas, and declare the juncture when, where, and how the post-humanistic era can commence openly. We define the case in the context of robotics and AI, which is to be magnified by utilizing the RSUHB as a focal tool or lens. This method will apply valuation of the humanoid through ethics and will highlight both the priori or theoretical and posteriori or empirical basis of the case that is presented for the Rogerian framework. The era deemed post-humanistic is a reshape of the discipline where nurses identify themselves by the care approach and ultimately becoming nursing as caring process to be shared by humans and robots. On the other hand, the discourses are not only robotics versus humanistic ethics, but the scope of the technological practice for decision-making of its value or critical value. So, ethical boundaries will have to be challenged due to concerns and nursing education will have to include AI in a full circle. Can we trust robots to care for us? Share your thoughts here. Can we accept humanoid robot nurses on the basis of promoting a caring environment? Let us know what you think. With complexity of issues in the picture, the ethical framework must accommodate the multi-level and shifting articulations by stakeholders about their care and satisfaction with respect to norms, culture, and other variables. The central view is always whether caring is ethically acceptable or not. Always binary, same as the segregation on the peripheral site. The views are schismatic or divisive instead of envisioning a non-intimidating, parallel horizon. In this slide, we present how the humanoid robot can transcend into real-world valuation from Rogerian assumptions about humanistic representations. We believe the fluctuations of beliefs and criticisms regarding the potential mainstream use of humanoid robot technology are skewed. It is prudent to know the variations in ethical issues and not to act out of the hype brought by trending external influence or internal resistance to development and openness. We can think about the uncertainty of technological impacts in terms of entropy regardless who are viewing or appraising it. Ethical issues are entangled and also not straightforward. We should navigate our decisions across a chaotic communication among stakeholders considering their plurality or diversity. However, we say their views are studied, but we forge the analysis into a singular accord. Do we have or can we have enough artificial intelligence in our humanoid robot technology? Should we take such kind of uncertainty to dismiss their capabilities in caring for humans and working with other smart machines? We'd like to hear these from you. We are supposed to make sense of the fluctuations and patterns in ethical agreements and disagreements or reinterpret them beyond the humanistic norm. In our case, relevant to the goals of caring led by nurses, including their best practices while matching the technological advancements or innovations which are foreseen much needed in the field of nursing. Humanoid ethics is realistic since we are moving along a vibrant technological pace. Articulations about it is not exclusive among ethicists, rather it is inviting and engendering scholarship and collaboration for the synthesis of practice guidelines from collective scientific knowledge and ideas. For the analytical valuation of a case under the Rogerian framework, we define the dimensions in the following: nursing, person, health, and environment or energy field. We place them in a SWOT table, specified as strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Here we can identify the humanoid ethical issues in the field of practice and then we formulate themes. Here is an example taken from the literature. The themes were generated. A point system is devised. The gap is represented by adding all the strengths and opportunities and dividing it by the accounted threats and weaknesses. The quotient is multiplied by 100. The gap is 1 if 50% or above, otherwise 2 if below 50%. After the gap is appreciated, entropy is analyzed online using a Shannon entropy calculator. The number of issues or conflicts are entered separated by a comma. The impact can be approximated in percentage. Normalized entropy is interpreted low if below 1, but high if equal to 1 or above. Complexity by the pattern of communicating the issues are described in the following: relative or situational, emerging or agent-based, and evolving or network-driven. The table below shows the guide for reporting the interpretation of results. Scan the QR code below to get more insights. Here are some of our references. Thank you.